Welcome back to VUDU Garage. Today you join myself and Ant in the dyno with also Ant's 135 behind us. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of development work on the 135 again. As you've probably seen in previous videos, Ant's car is now running VUDU Stage 2 software, which is around about 420 horsepower and around about 470 feet-pound of torque, which is ridiculous. It is one of the fastest things I've ever been in. It's frightening. So to cut a long story short, obviously we've got loads and loads of these cars coming through the door now, so it only makes sense to start to produce our own parts, obviously do all the development and the testing on them ourselves, so we know that everything is concrete and we're happy with the way that the parts are actually performing. So today we're going to be fitting a front mount intercooler, the new VUDU intercooler, put it back on the dyno and see what comparison it's going to make as a contrast to the standard intercooler. So we'll go and take a look at the parts obviously involved in the stage 2 package, we'll have a little look around the intercooler and we'll catch you in a minute or so. So as mentioned before, obviously Ant's car's running in stage 2, it's around about 420 horsepower, 470 feet-pound of torque. Now obviously to get to that level and sustain the power nice and safely, you need to have a number of obviously hardware modifications to support that. So we're going to be putting a full stage 2 package online, so it makes it nice and easy to find everything necessary to get your car to this level nice and safely. We're going to put that online this afternoon. For now though, Ant's going to talk you through obviously a few of the bits that do come in the package, what he's running on his car in particular, and obviously the benefit of having each bit fitted to the car in addition to standard. So right. Take it away.
So my car runs a Cobra decap. These have been proven to pick up about 20 to 22 horsepower. Also picks up some additional turbo noise, sounds a little bit more aggressive, makes the gear changes on the automatic from more of a burp to more of a crackle, and a downpipe's a must on a stage 2 just to help get the exhaust gases away as quick as possible. On the other side of the engine bay you've got the drop-in ITG panel filter, nice little addition, not overly expensive, picks up 7 to 10 horsepower, also means it doesn't need replaced every service, and is just a nice little add-on. You know, it's going to help it breathe a little bit better. A big one on these is the charge pipe. So this is a forged charge pipe. What you tend to find is the standard one is just made out of plastic. Due to the movement of the engine and the amount of heat given off by the engine, it weakens the plastic, which will then put the car into limp mode. Replacing it for a spun aluminium one stops that happening basically. So if you're running a bit more power, it's going to be running a little bit more boost. You can put them under a little bit more strain, so replacing it with a forged or an uprated charge pipe just eradicates that. The forged ones happen to come with a bung, so if you decide to go stage 3 or add in a little bit meth, it's got the meth bungs on there if you need them. And then the latest addition is the tube and fin VUDU front and intercooler. As you can see, it's stepped, a little bit deeper than standard, and we should get some good intake. Temperature should be nice and low, hopefully pick up maybe a little bit more power, but certainly it's just going to keep the power consistent with the front mount cooler.
Whoa. Right, so that's that. Absolute Iceman, mate. You're well good at that, well better than I am. So what we'll do is, again, as Ant's just mentioned, we're going to go and fit the new intercooler to the car. Before doing so, actually, we're going to put it on the dyno, run it, see what power and obviously not necessarily what power, more what temperatures we're going to be seeing coming into the car and so on, and then compare that later on once the intercooler is fitted to the car. So testing is now complete on the VUDU intercooler. Bear in mind, one very important contributing factor to all this was when we initially ran the car on the standard cooler, the temperatures in the dyno were around about 19.7 degrees in comparison to 24.9 once we dynoed it with the VUDU cooler. Now again, bearing that in mind, the charge temps remained near enough exactly the same. So obviously the intercooler appears to be quite efficient, not only to mention the fact that we gained around about 6 horsepower and I think it was 5 feet-pound of torque as well, so good all-rounder. We are extremely happy with it. What we're going to do is we'll make sure we leave links in the description to the full VUDU Stage 2 package. We'll also leave links to obviously individually the intercooler, the downpipes and all of the charge pipes that we've got in stock at the moment as well. And that is it for today, so make sure you're subscribing to the channel. Again, we'll have loads and loads of these coming through the door as we have been doing for the past couple of months now, so make sure you subscribe to the channel and we'll see you on the next video.